Hi everyone. Today we are going to see how to create the BigQuery tables in this video. Okay. As we discussed in the previous video, I have shown you how to create the BigQuery table by using the BigQuery console, right? We have seen how to create. Now we are going to see in this video how to create the BigQuery table by using the remaining two ways, which is the first way is by using the SQL queries. We are going to see there is a one more way we can create the table by using the command line tool. The two ways now we are going to cover in this video. Okay, those who forgot to watch the first way of creation of the table, please go to my channel. Here you can see in this my channel you can have the playlist like GCP course. In that you can see creation of the table using the console. You please do watch this video where I have discussed you many things, which is like a partition by clustering and all table types. I have discussed everything there. Okay, if you forgot to watch this video, then it will be very difficult for the further videos. Okay, so please do watch this video. Now, when you coming to the next way, which is by using the SQL query, now we are going to see, come to the console, which is our GCP console. After coming to our console, we have to go for the BigQuery, which is a BigQuery data warehouse. Now we came to the BigQuery. Here you can see this is my project ID. Under this project, I'm going to create the table. So first here I'm going to check whether the dataset is available or not. Here in this dataset, I'm going to create my table. Okay. Under this dataset, I'm going to create. Now what I'm going to do is now I'm going to write the SQL query to create the table. How I'm going to write the SQL query is here you can see the plus icon. Click on this. You can get the editor. Here I'm going to write my SQL query. How I'm going to write is slight difference will be there. Okay. Now here I'm going to write create table. I'm going to mention like backstick, which I have shown you in the data set creation. That time I have shown you how to get this symbol. Okay. Under your escape key and on top of your tab key in middle of this, you have this backtick. Okay. That you please check it once. Okay. This is a symbol. Okay. Now I'm going to write the query like, yeah, now I'm going to write next what I'm going to continue is you have to mention your project ID. What is my project ID? Here you can see my project ID. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste it here. This is a syntax which you have to follow. Okay. After writing your project ID, you have to mention the dataset name. What is your dataset name? This is my dataset. Under this dataset, I'm going to create the table. You have to mention this dataset name. Here I'm going to mention that dataset name. After writing your dataset name, after that I'm going to mention my table name. Okay. In middle of this, what I'm doing is you can see here, after writing my project name, sorry, after writing my project ID, you have to mention the full stop. Okay. Don't forget that one. I mentioned the full stop, right? Don't forget to mention that. That is a syntax which we need to follow. Okay, after that I have mentioned the dataset name. Then again I have mentioned the full stop. After that I'm going to write my table name. What will be the table name should be? I'm going to mention my table name as EMP data. Let us take, I'm going to mention like this. Okay, my table name. After writing my table name, again we need to keep the backtick. So like this, it is going to appear for you. The project ID, then the data set, then I'm going to write the table name. It's like a complete clean path I have mentioned here. Okay. Now after that, I'm going to open the parenthesis. I'm going to open the parenthesis. After opening the parenthesis, I'm going to write the column name along with that correspondent data type which it required. Now I'm writing the column name as ID and I'm going to keep the data type as integer, where I'm going to write like int 64. As I told you, the data types will be somewhat different from the SQL and the BigQuery. The previous videos I have told you. Okay, I have mentioned the int 64. After that, for the next one, I'm going to mention to continue the next column name, we have to separate it with the comma. Now I mentioned the comma. Then I'm going to write one more column name, which is name, and the data type will be like string. One more column name I'm going to take as salary, which the data type will be integer, so that int 64 I'm going to mention like this. Okay. After completion of this, at the end, you have to mention the colon in the SQL, how we are mentioning like that, we can mention it. Okay. Now after that, you execute this query. You just click on this run option so that the table is going to be created. Now you can see in the execution details, in these execution details, you can see how much time it has taken to create the table. 2 seconds it has taken. Okay. Now, when you come to the results, it is going to show that this statement, which is this statement, this query statement is created a new table named employee data, which means employee data. If you want to go to the table, you can just click on this button so that it will direct you to the table. Okay. In this way, we can do it by using the SQL query. Okay. In the left side, you can see that under this data set, we can see the table which it was created. Okay. In this table, you can see that schemas, whatever I have mentioned, ID, name, salary in the query I have mentioned, right? Just a minute. In this query, I have mentioned ID, name, salary, I have mentioned the same we got here, right? Yes. When you go to the preview, no data will be available. Why? Because we just created the table. We have not inserted the any value. Okay. That you see it. Now, up to now, we have seen how to create the table by using the SQL query. Now we are going to see a one more way. What is that? By using the command line tool, we are going to create the table. Okay, before going with this way, what you have to do is the prerequisites of this method is you have to install the cloud command line tool in your local machine, in your laptop or in your PC. You have to install this. How to do that? I have already created one video and I have posted that. You can see how to install gcloud command line interface on your Windows. I have shown you already how to do that. Please do watch this video and install this in your local machine, which is your PC or it can be the laptop. Okay, you just install it. So by using this command line interface, we are going to create a table. So that's why we need this in your local machine. So please do watch this video and install it. Okay. Now I'm going to open my Google Cloud command line tool. How I'm going to open is I have already installed in my system, so that I'm going to my taskbar. Here I'm going to search Google Cloud SDK. Now it is going to open. You can say welcome to the Google Cloud CLI. Okay, command line interface. Now from here, by writing the commands, I'm going to create the table. Okay. So the first I'm going to write the command like gcloud login, as I told you in the yesterday video how to do that. So now it will direct me to the browser. Here I'm going to allow. Yes. Now come to the console. Sorry, come to the CLI. Here I'm going to write the BigQuery things. Okay. Now you can see already a project was selected here. Okay, my project was already it was selected. If you don't know, if let us take if there is a none, it is showing. Previous video I have shown you in this video. In this video, I have shown you how to select the project, how to unselect the project, and how to do all the things I've shown you in this video. Please do watch this video so that it will be easy. Okay. So here I have selected one project. So inside the project, I'm going to create the table. Okay. For that, what I'm going to do is first I'm going to check whether the BigQuery is available or not. BQ version, I'm going to type like this, and if I hit enter, you can get the version of the BigQuery. So if you get the version like this, that indicates that it was successfully installed. If you get any error while executing this command, so please let me know in the comment section so that in the next video I'm going to resolve it. Okay. Now after getting the version like this, it means it was successfully installed in your Cloud SDK. Okay, this BigQuery. Now what I'm going to do is now I'm going to check what are the um, data sets are available in this particular project. Okay, in this particular projects, what are the data sets are available? I'm going to check. So BQ, already the project was selected, right? So now I'm simply writing BQ. I'm writing BQ LS, and if I hit enter, you are going to get what are the data sets are available in your this project under this project ID. Okay. Now we will wait for 2 minutes. It is going to show the data sets. Yes, you got the result. You can see these are the two data sets which is available in my Google Cloud. If I go to my console, if I want cross check, you can see this. This is my project ID. As I told you, in this project ID, here you can see this is one data set and this is one data set, right? As I told you, here you got that two data set names only, right? Yes. Now if I want to create the table inside this data set I want to create now. What I'm going to do is I'm writing the query like bq mk, which is make directory bq mk hyphen t indicates the table, right? Hyphen t, write the data set name. What is the data set name? Which data set I want to create in this data set, right? I'm going to write that name. Data set name I'm writing, which is my data set name is data sales, so that I have mentioned like that. And keep dot and then continue a table name, whatever the name you want to give. Let us take, I'm going to give like employee data new. I'm going to keep like this the table name. And after that, give some space, one space you give and write the column name along with the data type. Okay. Now I'm writing my column name. That is, let us take ID. After writing your column name, this is your column name. After that, specify the colon, then write the data type. What is the data type? Int 64 is my data type. Then what I'm going to do here, then I'm going to specify, means mention the comma to write one more column name like name, and I'm writing the data type as string, and again I'm going to keep the comma, then I'm going to write one more column like date of joining, which is doj I'm going to keep, and again I'm going to mention colon, there I'm going to mention the data type as date I have mentioned. Okay, once if you completed writing like this, then you just hit the enter, so that the table is going to be created with the three columns, which is id, name and the date of joining. If I hit enter, you can see what you're going to get. It will take few minutes. Now you can see here table, it was successfully created, right? Now the table was successfully created. If you want to see the schema of a table, what I'm going to do is simply I'm writing bq space show the dataset name I have to mention. After mentioning the dataset name, you mention just the table name, which the table schema you want to see. The table name is emp underscore data underscore new is my table name, and I'll just hit the enter, so that now you can see the table schema. Okay, now you can see this is the schema, right? The id column, the name column, and the date of joining column. Okay, like this you can see the table schema also. Okay, here up to now we have seen how to create the table by using the SQL query. Along with that, we have seen how to create the table by using the Google Cloud command line interface. Understand? So if you come to the console, just a minute. If you come to the console, if I refresh, this is your project ID. Inside the project ID, you have the data set like data cells. Inside this, you can see this is a table name which we have created, right? Which table we have created here. That table it is going to show now, right? So now up to now, what we have seen how to create the table by using the console we have seen, then we have seen by the SQL query, and also we have seen by the Google Cloud command line interface. Like this we can do it. If you got any error while you are dealing with the or while you are going with this command line interface, please let me know in the comment, so that I'm going to resolve in the next video. Okay, thank you for watching this video.